Hi everyone, today's story is called Our Natural Resources, and this book was written by Jennifer Overend Pryor. Let's learn about natural resources. Here's the same picture on the cover page. We have a table of contents here. Okay, we're going to be learning what are natural resources, essential resources, hidden treasures, renewable or non-renewable. We'll talk about what that means. Saving our resources, conserve it, and then of course we have a glossary and an index, and then we'll see what your turn is. That nice box of vegetables. What are natural resources? Natural resources are all around us. Natural resources are things found in nature, such as trees and oil. We use natural resources to make other things. We use oil to make fuel for cars and airplanes. A fuel is a source of power. Many houses are made of wood. Wood comes from trees that grow in forests. Some houses are made out of bricks. People use sand, clay, and water to make bricks. These are all examples of natural resources. Wind and sun are natural resources too. We can use them to make power, and we can turn the wind and sun's energy into electricity. We use electricity to heat and light our homes. See? Wind turbines and solar panels help us get energy from the wind and the sun. Let's see. We need some natural resources to live. Without air, we are not able to breathe. Air is a natural resource because it comes from nature. People also use natural resources to make things that make their lives easier. Think about some of the things on your desk. There may be paper and pens. Paper is made from trees. Even plastic things such as pens are made from natural resources. Most plastic things are made from oil. We do not need paper and pens to live, but they do help make our lives easier. Sometimes people waste natural resources. This means that they do not use them carefully. If we keep doing this, we will not have these resources in the future. Okay? So we don't want to waste our natural resources. So let's talk about essential resources. There are some natural resources that we cannot live without. These are essential resources. We need these things to survive. They include things such as water, land, and trees. Let's read the section about water. Water is one of our most important natural resources. We could not live without it. We need water to drink. It is a basic need for all human beings, but we can only drink fresh water that comes from rivers and rainfall. Ocean water is too salty for us to drink. The plants that give us food also need water. Long ago, farmers learned that they could use rivers to water their crops. They dug trenches in the ground, and these are narrow paths in the ground. The trenches brought water from a river or stream to their fields. This is called irrigation. All right? We cook with water, we drink water, and we use it to water our plants. So important. Land. We need land for agriculture. That's a big word. Or farming. Farmers need plenty of land to grow crops, but they cannot grow crops on all kinds of land. They need land that has healthy soil or dirt. Land is a natural resource that helps provide us with food. Farmers grow corn, wheat, and many other crops. These crops help feed people all around the world. Farmers also raise animals such as cows, chickens, and pigs. These animals provide us with milk, eggs, and meat. Farmers need land to raise the animals on. Think of the things we eat for breakfast. Without chickens and cows, we could not have eggs or milk. Without wheat, we would not have toast or many breakfast cereals. Land gives us the food we need to live. Trees. Trees are another natural resource that we could not live without. The leaves on trees give us oxygen. We need oxygen to breathe. Trees also give us food. Some trees make fruit or nuts that we can eat. Trees are also used to make lumber. Lumber is made when trees are cut into boards. People use these boards to make houses, schools, and other buildings. Lumber is also used to make furniture such as tables and chairs. People can also use trees for firewood to keep warm. It may seem like that there are trees everywhere, but our forests are disappearing fast. This is one reason that people should plant a new tree if they cut one down. This helps keep enough trees on Earth. See, in this forest, it says most trees have been cut down. Hidden treasures. Okay, let's learn about these. On Earth, there are treasures hidden deep in the ground. People dig under the ground to find these important resources, like oil. Our lives would be very different without oil. It is a natural resource that we use for many things. Oil is a black liquid that comes from underground. Plants and animals that died millions of years ago turned into oil over time. People have to drill deep down to get the oil, and sometimes they even drill underground in the middle of the ocean. And that's what's happening here. This is an oil rig that's digging deep down under the ocean. Oil is used to make roads and highways. It's also used to make plastic things such as water bottles and toys. Oil is a fuel too. Oil is used to make gasoline for our cars. Now we're going to learn about coal. Okay, I know I have some train enthusiasts among you. Let's learn why coal is important for trains. Like oil, coal is a fuel made underground over millions of years. Long ago, dead plants on the ground were covered with dirt, rocks, and water, and all of these things pressed down on the dead plants. Millions of years later, the dead plants eventually dried up and turned into coal. Coal is black and looks like rock. Coal will burn for a long time. In the 1800s, people used coal for many things. It heated water that made steam engines work. Trains used steam engines to move across the tracks. People used coal stoves to heat their food in homes. Today, coal is mainly used to make electricity. Like steam engine trains, coal heats water to make steam. This steam is used to run the machines that make electricity. See, here's a steam-powered train. Natural gas. This is what my house uses. Natural gas is another kind of fuel. Like oil and coal, it is found deep under the ground. It is formed over many years from dead plants and animals that were buried under the sea. Some of these dead plants and animals turn into oil and others turn into gas. The gas is trapped in pockets of rock deep in the earth. Natural gas has many uses. It can be burned as a source of power. Some homes are lit by gas. Stoves and ovens often use gas too. Clothes washers and dryers can also run on gas. Some homes use gas to run the heater. Gas can be used to keep your home cool too. It gives power to air conditioners. Okay, here's some digging tools here. Gold and silver. People dig in the ground looking for precious metals. Precious means that it is worth a lot of money. We say that a metal is precious when there is very little of it in the world. Gold and silver are precious metals. People have used these metals as money for a very long time. They are also used to make jewelry. Jewelry made of gold and silver can cost a lot of money. This is because these metals are hard to find. That makes them worth more money. Many computers use these metals too, and that is because gold and silver are good conductors. This means that they move electricity well. Every day, people look for more of these precious metals. And here, we're going to talk about renewable or non-renewable. Some of our natural resources are renewable. This means that they can be replaced. Trees are renewable because people can plant new trees to grow. Water is renewable too. Rain replaces the water that we use. Remember, that's the water cycle. But some of our natural resources are non-renewable. This means that once they are gone forever. If we use too much of these resources, they can become scarce. This means that there is very little of that resource left in the world. Oil, coal, and natural gas are non-renewable. They will not return until more is made from plants and animals, but this takes millions of years. Precious metals can be used up too. We need to use these resources carefully or else they will be gone. So you see the kids planting a new tree because trees are renewable resources. We can plant more of those. We can't make more gold. That takes millions of years to form in the earth. Same with coal and oil and gas. Today, many people are trying to save Earth's natural resources. They do not want them to run out. One way to do this is to use renewable forms of energy. By doing this, we will not waste so many of Earth's resources. Renewable resources such as water and the sun can be used to make power. Have you ever seen a dam? Water passes through it. Then the water's energy is turned into electricity. Wind is a source of energy too. Have you ever seen a turbine? Here's one. Wind spins the blades. This motion is turned into electricity. Solar panels, you've probably seen these on some buildings, okay? Solar panels turn sunlight into electricity. These are all renewable forms of energy. People can use this energy to heat homes and light rooms. Saving our resources. We all need to do our part to conserve our natural resources. This means that we need to help save them and use them carefully. You can help conserve our natural resources. Think about the things in your home. What natural resources does your family use? Most homes use water. You can turn off the water when you're not using it. Most homes use electricity too. You can turn off the lights when people are not in the room. You can walk to places instead of driving. You can also try growing your own food. Our planet gives us so many of the resources that allow us to live. We must all make changes to help save our resources. See, and here's some of the things they're saying. This girl tells her class to use light bulbs that conserves energy. Save up to 8 gallons of water if you turn off the water while you brush your teeth. Recycling is also a good way to conserve resources. Conserve it. Think about ways that you can conserve natural resources in your community. Think about what resource you want to conserve. Talk with your friends and family about things you can do to help. Then write your plan and spread the word. So you see this boy plants an olive tree. These kids recycle boxes and bottles. And this person's using your air conditioner and heater less to conserve resources. Those are all fabulous ideas. We have our glossary and our index. We've talked about those before. All right, guys, so do your best to conserve our natural resources. Bye.